Oh, hey, welcome to each and every one of you. I am the Seattle Black Veteran. Welcome to my page where we talk about everything military, active duty, retired, disabled veterans. If you're a wife, husband, spouse of a veteran or a military active duty, this is for you as well. Also, if you are cousins, brothers, sisters related to veterans, this is for you as well. We are talking about how to navigate veterans through whatever they're going through, active duty as well. So, this is why I got my page started. I got it started because one, I was not getting the help. I didn't know how to navigate through some of these things. So, I found out a lot in trial and error. So, I don't want you going through the trial and error for me. Okay, let me get closer to the speaker. I apologize if you can barely hear me. Okay, so I'm trying to fight for you guys so we can talk about getting you through some of these things here, not making a lot of mistakes that I have made. So once I'm again, I must tell you, I am not a lawyer, nor do I work for a lawyer. I am not with the VA, nor no way affiliated with the VA, only to get my medical attentions and everything taken care of. I am a lifetime member of the DAV. I am a member of Chapter 2, which is in Shoreline, Washington, or north of Seattle. I haven't. I got some training from the DAV, and I will be getting more training. And I'm taking this training so I can give you the information. Howdy there, Patty J's in the house. What's up there, dear heart? Always good to see you. Always good to see you. I hope you can hear me well. Thank you for being here. I know it's getting going towards your bedtime here. So yeah, me too. I still haven't ate yet, so you know what that means. Okay, so what we're here to do is help you navigate through these things. I have not got the information. Okay, I keep freezing. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to figure out what is the reason for that. And then, I think maybe because I'm pressing on some buttons here. So hopefully I stop freezing. If I keep going freezing, please let me know, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Okay, so I showed this to Patty J earlier today, but I wanted to bring this video so you guys can actually get an understanding. I'm gonna do it this way, make it a lot easier. Of what try to be out on the lookout for these mental behavior when somebody's acting like totally, um, out of the norm. And if you know them, you're definitely going to have to do a watch out for that person because she's not going to tell me if I can't get my drives up here. Because let me see here. Where did I put this in? Attack Nabbit. Okay. Because it's very important, and I have to give the Tacoma Police Department, also SeaTac Police Department, of how they handled this particular situation. It could have went south, but they were on top of it and handled it wonderful. Let me show you this. I'm gonna dig this up here because I really want to put it on. Oh, here we go. And I didn't put no sound to it, so I kind of I edited it out because I didn't want kids uh, being affected by this or whatever. But hang on, let me kind of give it a little pause here, and we will talk about this. Oh, come on, at the stream. Yeah, I don't know what's up, Petty. This is been some really weird for me now today with getting these things to show up and get them on time here. Okay, so this happened to me when I went to the store, and me and my friend Patty J was talking about this, and we were, Patty suggests maybe he might have been into a road rage. Okay, but let me give you some forefront. Let me give a little bit here. This guy here, this is the police pulling up now, but see this Range Rover here. Yeah, this thing is freezing up. I don't know what the heck it is. I don't know what's going on with this and why it's just straight bobbling. Okay, let me stop it here. All right. But this SUV here, this Range Rover, boy, let me see if it's going to keep moving. I'll put it on pause. The guy drove his Range Rover up almost into the store. He jumps out, runs in the store, and tells the clerks to call the police. Somebody is trying to delete him. They're trying to kick him off the planet. All right, so I'm gonna let this roll. I'm gonna talk to you now. I understand a lot of this is edited. Now, the guy who drove this truck here, this Range Rover is not the guy sitting on the curb in white. Okay, I gotta point that out to you. I don't know what this brother is, or he just came and got into the frame, but he's not the person that question here. Now here we go. Now I want you to be cognizant of and this. Let me know what you would have done if you were if this happens to come up, you're coming and dealing with this. And this thing is stutter stepping. I don't know why. And it's let me see if I can get it to speed up here and get to the point here. Geez, Louise, it's just okay. So let me back it up here. Here, maybe this will get it here. Oh, yeah, I got really head of the ball game here. Okay, so anyway, the police pulls up. The police officer, he goes into the store now. He's already pulled up here, and I'm trying to get this video to keep moving along here. But here he comes now. If you look at the top of your screen here, the gentleman with the officer is the person who drove this Range Rover. And I apologize. I don't know why this it's so static stuck in on here. But the gentleman in the white pants there is a person who drove the Range Rover and who drove it almost up into the store. Uh, he's the one. Let me see. We're going to get past this SUV. I don't know why this thing is not just moving like butter. Let me do it like this. I'm going to stop this, guys, here. I apologize. 1 second. Just roll with me here. Because since I don't have no sound and it is my video, I don't have to worry about copyright infringements or anything like this. This is the video that I shot. Let me move it over here now. So we're going to get you guys squared away here. And hopefully it moves a lot better here. So let's get it out of this one here. And hopefully this is going to make a little bit smoother here for you if I can get everything to operate here. For some reason, though, my computer has been active bonkers with trying to open up here. So let me see. I'm going to open this with QuickTime, and we're going to talk about this. I want to show you guys this here, so I want you to be fully aware. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to mental health. You can surely see that this guy here was out there. Let me get it over here for you. All right. Hopefully you can see that better, Patty. And hopefully this goes. Good shit. This one has. Oh, that's the beginning. My bad, Patty. So actually, it is flowing a lot better, which I am appreciating. And at least it's flowing a lot better. But this is not the video I want you to see. Oh, good Lord. I'm telling you, technical difficulties, Batman. Here we go. This is the one here. We're going to open this with QuickTime. And we're going to get you there. All right, here we go. Okay, so here we go. This gentleman here, you're going to see, hopefully this is going to be without the audio. So just bear with me on it. I'll talk you through that here. Okay, so basically, let me open this up all the way. Are you fucking kidding me? Pardon my vernacular, no cursing day. Every time I open this up, something is going wrong. It's really irritated me to the highest of irritation. And Robert Williams said, Rest in Paradise, it pisses me off to the highest of festivity. Let me see here. So we're going to open up full screen here. All right, so here we go. All right, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so deal with me and my bobbly camera moving around here. Now we'll be pausing it throughout here, though. Okay, so this is what we're talking about, is this person's vehicle right here. Apparently, this gentleman figures somebody is after him, and he was afraid for his life. So he drove his SUV, which is his Range Rover, right up in his door. You can see his front side of his right side passenger fender is coming off, and the tire is pretty much on flat. Okay, so this is when I came out of the store. The clerk came in, and he goes, some guy pulled his car up on the curb and just ran into the store. So I wasn't pretty understanding about that, and he was at the same cash register that I was checking out. So when I went outside, this is what I seen. I said, wow. And his car's like this. So myself and Patty J called her, and I told her, I said, you got to check this out. We were thinking that maybe the person's out there is stuck on stupid with road rage, and that's what happened. But apparently not. let me see, as we get into this, I want you to see, here's the police officers, the police officer who pulled up at the scene here. I got to show you this other video. I was messing with Patty Way about this guy. Now, the guy on the ground that you see there is not the person in question. He is not, has nothing to do with it. He just out there. Now, you can see all the clerks showed up out here, and here is the officer. So I kind of blended it because I wanted to get all these people off of there. But the police officer now is inside of the store, making contact with this person whose truck this is in front of the store entrance. And so, yeah, this is the Tukwila Police Department over here. And I think SeaTac Police ended up showing up as well. They'll be in the white car, you see. But yeah, so we looked at the vehicle, no weapons or nothing inside. So you didn't know. Okay, now here's the officer coming out with that particular gentleman. Yeah, camera, I'm videoing, so please forgive me. It's all over the place. It's the second one. Now look at this gentleman here. All right, he's all over the place. He's looking around like he's paranoid. It's what I was getting, like he's really paranoid. He's really afraid of something. He just, I don't know. And so I would have to give these guys credit because the police department, that is, the Tukwila Police Department, on how this gentleman handled this here, because, you know, me and Patty J were thinking road rage, and I was thinking that maybe he may be drunk or something, but you know what, Patty? I wouldn't probably rule road rage out of it, but he is super paranoid. This guy is super worried about everything. You see him looking, he's not even concerned with the police officers there. Let me see, I'm going to show him again. And just notice, and I'm sorry, I'm moving all around the camera, making you seasick here. Okay, but look at this guy here. Notice he's not paying attention to the officers. He's looking everywhere. He's worried about something. So now the question is, did he have a mental breakdown, or is he on something? But what amazes me even more is when I thought that this gentleman may be on something. Okay, now this is the officer escorting him, asking him just to come to the vehicle. He wanted him pretty much to have a seat in the vehicle. I'm thinking it's over, but I look up and here we go. Okay, so sorry about all the movement of the cameras, but here we go. Now the officer's trying, you know, to get him, you know, into the car where he can sit down somewhere and relax. And oh, you have to forgive me because now this is a guy pulling out his car who was parked next to me. He was trying to get the heck out of the way. But yeah, so I'm just wanting you to pay attention to how this guy is acting. The officer is trying to search him, so he wants to make sure he has nothing in his pocket that's going to poke or injure him. And so apparently that's not the case. Nothing to worry about for that. He trips to put him in the car, but he we didn't unlock the door. Okay, so you got to look at this guy. He doesn't look like he's at all concerned about the police officer. He's concerned more about, he's paranoid about whatever it is. So now he's trying to get him in the backseat of his car. I think he kind of ends up getting him in there eventually. But, you know, it's not like he's trying to totally resist arrest. He's just freaking paranoid, I think. And he's not giving total cooperation. But he climbs into the vehicle. And like I was telling Patty J, I think when he got in there, he started like lying on the floor. But now check this out. This is what I have to say. And I know you guys cannot read this, but I will have to say it. I give to Tukwila Police Department the credit, especially that particular officer, because this person now who is talking with this gentleman in the back of the car is from, it says, mental health professional. I know you can't read that. I was trying to zoom in on it across the parking lot, but they have a mental health professional that's there talking with this man and trying to figure out, you know, what's going on with him. So at this particular point in time, now that they have a mental health professional on board, I would rule out that he is on any kind of medications or that he's intoxicated because they brought this person. But he's over, the police officers getting messages or statements from the civilians. Now, this is another thing. I want you to check this out. I'm going to pause this. When I don't know how they're doing it in other towns, but here in Tukwila, which I think is effective, is they get their cell phones out and they record your statement, and they ask you what you want to say. Make a statement, state your name and your phone number, and what you saw. So it's better than writing it all down, and you get a more accurate one, especially since we're using these cameras on our phones so much. Hey, it's a good thing, and I give them credit for that. Anyways, so right now it's just a mental health professional on deck, and it is one police officer on deck that is looking into this particular incident with this man here. Okay. Now, the police officer comes back. He's with the mental health doctor or mental health professional here, and try and discuss what they're going to do and how they're going to execute the next move. Okay, so this is where the point where here we go. These guys here are the Tukwila Police Department. More than likely, they're over at Engine 54, I believe, this around the corner from this particular grocery store here. So now they have the paramedics, which roll with the fire department. I think you'll see the fire truck. And they want to get this guy out of the car and assess and see what's going on with him and have a talk with him. So I think this is on a point where they're trying to ask him, hey, Patty, there's that blue dot, that green dot. See, you don't ever go with that dot on a green dot. Tell it's a cell phone, right? So we don't even go away on the videos, God darn it. Okay, but so they're trying to assess what this young man wants to do or this gentleman wants to do with himself. And so they're trying to do an evaluation on him. Like I say, the fire department, now you have mental health and you have one police officer. And since this particular area is right across the chalk line from SeaTac Airport, the SeaTac police will be showing up as well to see what's going on with this young man as well. And look at him. You see, he's opening and closing the door to the back seat of the cruiser. I mean, he's not paying attention to nothing at the police officer. He's not worried about the police officers at all. I mean, he's got his back to him, and they're trying to assess the situation. And he's just looking. Look at him. He's looking everywhere, right? He's going in the shirt. Look how he's conducting himself. He's very paranoid. Very paranoid. And I mean, there is some street pharmaceuticals out here that can make you kind of like that, but I don't think that's what his problem is. But look at him. He's constantly. Let me pull full screen on this guy. I want you guys to see this. You don't switch it over. All right, here we go. All right, but look at this gentleman. He's constantly looking everywhere. Okay, now I think this police officer called himself being funny. He came over and blocked my shot, but it's not the point of that. It's the point is if you're noticing the mental behavior with this young man. Now, when I point out the mental behaviors with this man, he's a civilian, all right? But when you start noticing people paranoid a lot, you can do your own assessment. I'm not to say play a PhD or anything of whether the person's on drugs or whatever. But this gentleman rolled his car almost up into the store and said he needed help because they're about to kill him. And so it's not telling what he probably took. But the police officers don't see it. Now here comes TriMed. TriMed just pulled up, and they are the blue and white. Now look at this. Now hold on. We got it back here. Okay. Now I want you to see how he acts when the TriMed comes up. He's going to be pulling the officers towards him. He's going to be running towards the ambulance. He opens the door backwards. He knows how to get in there, and he's about to jump in. He's jumped in and about to close the door. Check it out. This is crazy. Look at this. He's like, come with me. I'm going to. This is how he's acting, right? He opens the door. Right? He climbs in backwards, opens the door backwards, and climbs in backwards. He's about to bid them a adieu, a goodbye, a farewell, hasta luego. He's trying to be out. And the paramedics haven't even got out the car yet before he's already opening the door and jumping in. Now, that doesn't talk about some serious psychological help that's needed. Then what? Okay, now I missed a few. I missed when he got out and ran back to the police officers. That's because I'm thinking at this particular time that this is over. The gentleman has ran towards the Medicar, the A car, and he's seeking. He wants to get help. I'm thinking, but as we kept seeing him, he was very paranoid. So, and please forgive the fuzziness of the screen. I don't know what's going on with the iPhone. It wasn't really recording everything right. But now this gentleman who's suffering a psychological breakdown has now found himself or put himself in the ambulance. He didn't have to. He went and put himself in there. Now on the right hand side, you'll see a white police car. That is SeaTac Airport SeaTac Police, pardon me, and the blue car or the black car is Tukwila Police. We are in the city of Tukwila. Like I said, I just walked out from buying me some beer, and this guy's car was on the walkway going ready to go inside. Okay, I'm gonna try to speed this up a little bit because hopefully I don't get too far forward here. So they think they have him in there, and this is supposed to be secured. They're supposed to have this guy wrapped up, ready to go. Hopefully, get some medical care or some psychiatric care. Because watch what happens next what this guy ends up doing. I'm gonna kind of move it a little forward. Okay, now it's cleared up, thank God. So I guess I don't know if he was trying to push to get out of the ambulance, and the officer was holding. Okay, now hold on, I gotta pause here. Now, what I didn't show you because I thought it was over. This gentleman that you see in the white pants or the jeans with the dark shirt, he was in the ambulance. He jumps off the gurney, pushes the door open, and runs back to the police. Now, you're running back to the police, and look at him. He's not concerned about anything. But watch this. And this is what ultimate ended up happening to this young man. But here he goes. Check this out. Here he is. Okay, so he jumps out of the ambulance. He runs back to the police. Now, this guy in the white car is a SeaTac police officer. You'll see that on the bottom of his vehicle here. And so he's got this dude all down his neck, breathing. The guy opens the door for the officer, right? Now he turns around like he's ready to jump in the guy's driver's seat and do something with his car. So now they have to go ahead and physically restrain this guy because let me watch. See you guys watch this again. I was like, this guy is bugging, all right? And I'm like, you see, I'm looking all over the place. You see how paranoid he's acting. All right, the officer gets out. Officer turns back, get ready to close his door. This guy's about to jump in the officer's vehicle. Right now, now it's time for them to restrain this young man. Unfortunately, and they end up having to get the handcuffs on this young man. And he just look at him. He's not concerned about the officers at all. He's still looking all over the place like he's. He at least this trips me out. I say this. I wonder what the officer was thinking. Oh, check this out. When he reaches, he has his arm underneath the officers and he's rubbing on the officer's back or officer's head. No, check it out. You think I'm playing? Watch this. Okay. Look, he got his arm up there, right? Watch his hand come up, rub on the back of his head. He's still stroking on his head, right? So, I mean, not funny, but funny. I had to point that shit out. Okay, but anyway, they're getting him restrained because what they're going to have to do is taking him because you still see his arm up there kind of resist. So they're going to actually get the handcuffs on him. Now, I want you guys to know this about, okay, and as you can see, this is the Tukwila Fire Department. Their truck is parked over to the side here. The paramedics are over here helping out, and they don't want to call TriMed so they can come and escort him to another place. Now, understand this, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. When you go and jump into one of these ambulance cars, A cars, they call them, you're going to get off about $1,000, maybe $2,000, maybe $2.5 grand, depending on what kind of medical supplies they have to use on you. But the ride alone, just the ride alone is going to cost you about $1,000, okay, or $1,500. I know this because when the COVID virus hit, I had to end up taking the A car there. Now, one thing you need to know is this: if you have a civilian car take you to the VA, make sure the VA will accept you, so you will know that before you call that A car. And I'll give you a good example, okay, while they're wrapping this guy up and getting him the help that he needs. Um, you can still see him. Look at, he's just looking all over the place. He's not really concerned about the police officers, scared about them. He's worried about something else, very serious for him. Okay, so I would say, yeah, when you go do that, you have 72 to 48, it's 48 to 72, I won't say 48 hours to which you have to notify the VA that you are have gotten this particular care. So let me back up. When I said this, call the VA medical system, the emergency room, and tell them this is what your situation is. And will they take you into the emergency room if you're going after hours? Pardon me. What is it? Hmm. 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 Sorry. I'm having an earache that's killing me right now. Okay, let me hurry up and get out of here. Okay, so if they will accept you, then you get the A car. You can call the A car. Pardon me. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end this soon. I'm having a little bit of earache here. God bless. Okay, guys, I'm in so much pain right now. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it hurts. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but a lot of pain here. But let me tell you this before I go off. Check with the VA emergency. Make sure they will take you because they will pay for the car ride. If they don't, you will get billed for the car ride. I don't know what it is. All of a sudden, it's got me, but it hurts. Okay, and if you go to the VA, go to another hospital outside the VA, you have to notify them within 48 hours. If you don't notify them, you're going to end up paying for the bill. Okay, so now this is pretty much over. I'm so sorry. I don't know what this is that's hurting me, but we got to figure it out. Okay, but yeah, I want you to pay attention to if you start noticing behaviors like this gentleman here was behaving. Give the officers credit for getting him mental help. Actually, it's the first time I've seen that in my life too. Is that you bring a mental health professional on deck with this situation here. Again, I want you to notice this gentleman here in the white, how he's acting. This all started because he drove his car up onto almost into the store window. Let's see if we can get a video, a photo of that real quick. This particular gentleman here, this is what he drove his car up into. And so he jumps out of the car, runs in, and says, "Call the police. Somebody's trying to kill him." I don't know what this is. I apologize. So police show up. They talk to this gentleman here. The lady right here in the back, she's with mental health professionals, and that's what says it on her vest. She shows up, shows the police officer her credentials. She starts talking to this gentleman here. But I want you to pay attention. This is some of the mental health things that we're having here. This guy's a civilian, but I've seen this with veterans as well. But check it out. Notice he's not concerned with the police. He's not concerned with them at all. He opens and closes the back door several times like he wants to get in and get out. So he's opening the door, closing it. And they had him in the back of there for a minute. And now the mental health professionals and now the Tukwila Fire Department, they sent their paramedics over here as well to look at this gentleman here. And like I said, this happens. I mean, I can show you guys many of videos where I always run cops are being involved. Look at his behavior. You see how he's not concerned with the police, but he's looking everywhere else. He's very paranoid. We apparently don't suspect there's any drugs in his system. Maybe there is. So that's the case to get him to a place where he can be treated. But yeah, they were very cool with this dude here. Like I say, some of it when the fire department, when the Medicare, when the TriMed showed up, this guy's running towards them, like dragging the officers by the hand, like, hey, uh, um, uh, I'm cool. Take me with you. I'm cool. Just take me over here. I'm good. Now let me show you this. I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit here. Notice how he's still acting. Okay, now here's the Medicare, the A car. Now look at this guy here. He's snatching the officers by the hand. He's running to get into the A car. He wants to be in. He opens it backwards with his hand, walks up in it backwards, and ready to close the door. Sorry about the bad footage. I'm still on my cell phone. I think I switched like 2 or 3 different cameras as one was running out of battery or whatever. But he's still trying to talk to the police, and he's about to. He wants to close the door. He's ready to go. Right now, that's some unusual behavior. I mean, I guess if you didn't want to be arrested by the police, but he could have been arrested a long time ago. But like I say, I give the Tukwila police officer credit because he called the right shot for this guy. He's mentally or he's deeply suffering for some medication. Okay, so let me speed it up just a little bit more because what I want to show you, and I thought it was over after this. I thought it was done. I said, they got him in the A car. They're ready to, for him to take off and be out of here. But apparently, the guy started trying to fight to get out of the A car. Now it's a better shot, not as blurry. But now he's trying. Okay, now I didn't show you this because I thought it was over. What ended up happening was he pushes the door open. This gentleman here, he pushes the door open to the A car, jumps out of the A car, and runs back to the police. Now, come on now. Is that some unusual behavior? All right. Okay. I'm going to show this for the last time. I'm going to let you guys out of here because okay. Now, this is a SeaTac officer to the white car. Works with SeaTac police. The other car behind him is the Tukwila police. And then you got the fire department and you got mental health there. So that's all out for this guy here. And I thought that was really cool for them to do that, to at least look at that. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. He's all up in the SeaTac officer's face more than the car. So the SeaTac officer decides to get out of his car and watch what this guy does. Kind of crazy. And okay, watch this. Okay. See, he's helping open the door for the officer, like helping him out. The officer gets ready to get out, and watch what he does. He goes and tries to jump in the guy's car. Right? So now at this time, they're like, oh no, okay, we got to restrain this guy here. And so they're going to restrain this guy. And like I said, every time I thought it was over, it's not over. Now, I always laugh at this. I was talking to Pally J. When this guy got his arm around the officer's head, he got the stroking on his head. Watch this. I thought it was kind of funny. But watch him rub his head once. Rub it again. Twice. And officer, but anyway, it's not funny, but that's why I say something seriously going on mentally with this guy. I'm not laughing to be funny with it. I do apologize. It's not funny that this man is going through this type of situation. Okay. And it's good that the officers were kind enough and patient enough to find this individual some help that he needed. So they ended up restraining him. Let me show you. We're going to move forward here. And so they got his leg strapped down to the gurney. But look at this gentleman's face when he looks towards it. Look how worried he is. Look how paranoid he is. He's not too much worried about the officers or nothing. He's just paranoid. And he'll show that in his face when he looks again to the side here. When that fireman moves over to the side, you'll kind of see what I mean by that. And so it's good that they got him help that he needed. And this is why I say, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to helping out disabled veterans, um, handouts are okay, but it's only a fish for a day. We got to get them the help that they need. This gentleman here, you look at his face. Um, he, uh, fortunately, he called for the right help that he needed before it got too far, where he was endangering himself and other people. So I think it's very good. And again, compliments and salute to the Tukwila Police Department, Fire Department, and CTAC and the Mental Health Unit for all showing up on deck to offer. Look at his face. You see, to offer him some help and get him the help he needs. And like I say, I was in the store shopping, and then the clerk came in and said there's some guy who parked his car on the curb. And I'm thinking, it's not as serious as he's saying it is for this here. And so this is they got him in the car, got him back on his gurney, and now this time they have him strapped in, so he won't be jumping back mm, out of the A car again. So more than likely, he's going to go and take him to a psychiatric treatment wherever the nearest one is. But again, I say this for each and every one of you, veterans and people who know veterans. Now, this is where it started. The guy drove his car up right into the place here. Let me back up this a little bit. And he drove it right into the place here, up into the place. And his front bumper was messed up. His tire was in the flat. He runs in the store and he's begging for help. So I say this for veterans: if you are in that situation to where you are happen to use civilian medical facilities or the ambulance to get a ride there. Now this is his car. He drove it up onto the curb, front bend there. You see it's messed up, the left fender, and the tire's flat. But after him driving it up on the curb, there's the fire department behind there. They brought the paramedics to help him. And let me finish my statement though. If you happen to do that, run into it where you're going to medical facility and using an ambulance, in case of emergency, within 48 hours, get to your VA hospital and get the necessary paperwork, so you will not be charged for that. This 8-car ride is about a $2,000 ride for this ambulance, but this is where this young man started off with, and this is where it kind of ended up with for him. Is that he's suffering, and he's suffering a lot. So this is him getting out of the 8-car. I mean, when he run back to the police, and this is there because he was jumping into everything. He had jumped in the backseat of the police car, the Tukwila police car. He kept opening and closing the door to that. Then he went and jumped into the A car, which I said was very interesting because, let me see, I'll show you that again. It was really interesting. And that's why I said I just want you to pay attention to really some of the traits here. This is a mental health doctor that was talking to him. Now you have both of them. They're talking to that particular individual. But I just want to speed it up because this is him. Look at him when they have everybody with him. You see him opening and closing, looking inside the police car. He's opening and closing the door several times to there. The fire department figured that the TriMet, see him opening and closing the doors. And I think he doesn't mean any harm, but when in that situation, and you're not cognizant of a lot of things that you're doing, you can harm yourself and also harm other people. So let's see, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit more here. And so this is when the fire A car pulls up. He's dragging the police with him to the A car. He's happy it's there. Like I said, he's doing it so good. He's backwards. He's knowing how to open the door backwards. He climbs into this thing backwards. That's really amazing. I mean, he must work in a medical profession or something because I couldn't do it looking straight straightforward. So that's before even the paramedics got out of the car. He's already putting himself in there. Okay. And so one of the other things let you know that something was going, because I thought it was over with and he was going to take him, but apparently not. He gets out, runs back to the police here. Now he's with the police. He runs back to the police Okay, now I didn't show you because I thought it was over here. I want to show you this again. I want to show you what he ends up doing, what ends up really finally getting him restrained or in restraints. Okay, so let's move it forward a little bit. Okay, so what happens after this? I cut the camera off and I'm ready to go home. But come to find out, um, he's trying to get out of the ambulance now. And so once this officer removes his hands, he jumps out of the ambulance, runs back to the police officer right where he is now. Now watch I want you to pay attention to his actions, his demeanor. And the one thing he did to make sure he got in handcuffs is when this officer got out of his vehicle, this guy tried to jump in it. Watch this. Okay. Now, see how he's looking everywhere. The police are not even his concern. The officer inside, he's got this guy breathing down his throat, and so he rather steps out of his car so he can deal with it. Notice he opens the door for the officer, right? Now watch what he does now. He tries to jump in the vehicle, right? I'm not laughing. I'm laughing because, wow, that is, when you talk about a person's really suffering, this guy's suffering. Look at him. And this is what I say when we're looking and we're seeing people. I mean, and look at how paranoid he is. He's not the police that he's worried about at all, right? And restraining him. I kept saying he kept stroking back his officer's head, but I know the officer's like, stop that crap. Right? But anyway, so now they bring it out there to the A car, and what they got to do, they're going to chain him to the deck there, and they're going to get him off to where he can get help. And again, like I say, veterans, if this is your case and you're a veteran, even if you are I would go the far as say this, even if you're a dishonorable discharge veteran and you're suffering from PTSD, you can still ask for help, and you probably more than likely will get it, okay? And if you're dealing with this type of situation, 48 to 72 hours, I think it's 48, I'm going on the lesser, you have to report this to the VA hospital so you can get them to cover your expenses for the medications and especially for this ambulance ride here. And please believe me, when COVID first came out, I caught COVID in March 2020. I caught it, and TriMed, they took me to the hospital. And this is a guy who's taking him to the hospital. That was a $1,700 ride, and it was less than 15 minutes drive. Okay. They even did one with me where somebody called them because they knew I had COVID, one of the managers of this one building. And I told them, the hospital will not take me. I said, so there's no use of taking me down there. I said, call them before you do. They called the VA, and the VA at that time was not taking anyone unless it was a life or death emergency. Right? This is the people you're trying at, okay? Unless it's a life or death emergency. So they said, nope, they're not going to take her. I said, that's what I thought. I didn't move 1 foot. I just got in there, laid on the gurney. They called. I got out of the gurney, went back into my apartment. That was a $1,700 trip that didn't take me nowhere. Okay, so if you are dealing with these particular things, oh, Sir Hale Speaks, I'm so sorry. Wally's in the house too. If you guys forgive me, most respect to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me give my brothers some love here. Sir Hale Speak, Wally's in the spot. Patty J, you still up in here? I thought you was knocked out sleep. Thank you so much. I appreciate all you guys up in here. And thank you so much. Wally's been a while. And Sir Hale, I'm always checking out your spot, my brother. He's a really good brother. Love his content. And Wally's always out here in his YouTube street. Love him very much. And Patty J, you're my girl. But okay, so now we've seen this is what some of this stuff can happen to you as far as dealing with mental illnesses. And if you guys are seeing some of this stuff here, how you can probably react, and that's giving them professional help. And I would go as far as to say this, and like I say, with these particular officers, I'm happy for them, and put these guys back up here. Come on, add to it. Because they called for mental health. They said that this was a thing that they were going to start doing if the event that they were probably suffering from this, so they can better handle the decisions making by all parties involved. And so I would strongly recommend if you have a loved one that is suffering or yourself that is suffering from mental health issues. Um, if it's yourself, please don't be embarrassed. Go seek help. I am 100% major depression disorder. And please believe me, without my medications, I would be in trouble. And without just the help of some people at the VA hospital, I would be in trouble. So that's one thing. And also, if you call the police for a loved one, please express to the police that your person is suffering with mental illness, and do they have a way that they can talk with him without harming him or getting him to the place, him or her, to a place where they are getting the care that they need. Okay. And like I said, this gentleman here, uh, he's driving a nice Range Rover, and look at him. He's in a lot of trouble. All right, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it is about time that the Seattle veteran gets out of you guys' out of your grill here tonight and let you get some sleep so you can get up and do your thing tomorrow. I'm wishing each and every one of you nothing but the best of love. And I got to put this up real quick so we will be. I want to make sure that these things are reached out of my many things that I have on here. I really want each and every one of you, if you know somebody, please direct them to this. I am going to call them. I keep saying that, but I'm going to call these guys and see what's going on and see actually, because I can give you, like I say, firsthand experience. Oh, and real quick before I leave, I'm the Seattle Black veteran, and since I am a lifetime member of the DAV and I am getting trained by the DAV, all of my content, all of what I'm offering you here will always be free. If I can't handle it, I'll try to find somebody else who can give me a better advice on it. And if they tell me they think you have a case and who you should probably call, I would do that. But we're not at that point yet. What we are at the point is that since I am receiving some training from the DAV and I'm a lifetime member, it is in our clause that I do not charge you for anything. And I'm glad. I don't want to charge you for anything. You should have all this information anyway. You shouldn't be being charged for it. I mean, some particular things, but my thing is this. Even if you're going to file a claim, your attorneys, if you're there, they're going to get the money on the back end of things, okay? And like I say, always you can seek some volunteer people like the DAV, the VFW, and a few more organizations out there. But again, I caution you about this. If you go hire an attorney, or you sign an attorney on it, you signed a legal agreement that this attorney is going to be representing you, and you turn around and go to the VFW or the DAV, and they do all the footwork for you, you're still going to have to pay a percentage to that attorney, even if they haven't done anything. So be very aware of that. Once you have an attorney, you look at the agreement on the contract. Okay, that's what you're going to be doing. Okay, so be aware of that. All right, and this is like if you go to the DAV or the VFW, some churches that are out there who have representatives. There's several other. I'm just only mentioning Washington, but these are facts I want you to be aware of. Okay, look out for the mental health issues. Be able to provide them help. When I see a lot of veterans out here on the street who are panhandling, I say it's like this, and I don't mean it in a cruel way. If a person is going to keep receiving money from you on the corner, why would they go any elsewhere to seek help? Okay. Now, everybody does their thing. It could be temporary panhandling to get you to the next stage. That's what it is. It's what it is. But ultimately, it is getting you help and making sure that you are receiving the help that you need, because it's beneficial to you and your family, or should we say, and your loved ones. Okay. Outside of your immediate family, nobody wants to see you harming yourself, and we want to see you do better, as sure as I believe you want to see yourself doing better. So always reach out. Know that you're not alone. Know that you're loved. I am the Seattle Black veteran. Once again, thank you for joining my page. I am a page that talks about everything dealing with military, retired, disability, or active duty. We wish everyone a wonderful evening. I wish you nothing but the best. Do me one more favor. Look in that mirror and tell that person you love them. And tell that person you're proud of them. All right? Can't do it. Call me up. Hit me up. I'll tell you that. All right? I'm Seattle Black Veteran. I wish you all nothing but the best of love and happiness, and I wish you a good night's sleep. And if you missed it, please back it up and catch it on the other. Most of the video I did is video by me. I'm constantly running into um, stuff that's John Pepper, girlfriend, I missed you. I'm so sorry I missed you. And hello to you as well. See, it's always when I'm ready to get up out of here, I'll get you beautiful people showing up in here. And I don't want to let you go, I'm like, hey, I got you here now, and you kind of came over here, and I'm so happy that you're here. And it's good to see you as well, my beautiful lady. Much respect and love to all you guys. I did that earlier. So, my dear lady, Bonjour Pepper. Yeah, please check out the show. I did it. We're talking about mostly, I was at a grocery store last night and an incident occurred. So, um, I'm just letting people be aware of, what some mental health issues look like. And I hope that in your town, that your police are handling it like these beautiful police officers did last night by calling a mental health professional over, and they had like four different opinions. So it was what it was. Yeah, I appreciate you, dear heart. I'm gonna start because I come on earlier because a lot of my people usually normally say about 9:30. I'm here cruising around. Um, and I usually catch people mostly on, maybe on the West Coast or Midwest. That gets me. And then I do have some of my late night veterans. So I've only been on for what? I came on at 8:30, so less than an hour that I've been on. It's got 51 minutes here. So I tell you what, if you guys don't mind, I had another topic I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm trying to actually limit some of my topics because I think I covered too many topics for you guys, and I don't know if it's beneficial to you or not. Oh, Brian Turner's in the house. What's up, my brother? It's so good to see you. Good evening, sir. See, this is what I mean. This is I have beautiful people like Brian, Bonjour Pepper, and you guys are in here, so I don't want to leave you hanging because you just got here. And we were talking about this gentleman here, and I don't know if you guys seen this. Since it's two of you guys, I will back this up for you guys just so you can see what I'm talking about here. And what I want to do is I'm just going to really highlight. So this is the end part of it. What I was telling people, I don't want to show it through this one right here because it's stuttering on here. But anyway, the gentleman in this gold car here, the SUV here, I came out of the grocery store, and some guy, one of the clerks was saying, this idiot drives up, parks his car on the curve, and he jumps out and just runs into the store. Um, so I'm like, thinking it's nothing, but here's the guy's car. Uh, he drives it almost up into the store, right? Um, I'll cover this real quick because I don't want to, in case you guys want to catch it a little later. If you do, I'm cool. If not, I want to make it convenient for you here. Especially Brian, you, Miss Pepper. Love you guys. You guys come in. I'm glad you guys caught up with me. And whoever sent you, tell them I said thank you. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. Like and subscribe if you can. Okay, but this is this guy's car now. The police officer at this time, let me see. I think has he pulled up? This is him pulling up now. Okay, so this is the Tukwila police. Okay, so let me show you. I'm kind of skipping over. He goes into the store, the police. Now he comes out. This guy here with the white pants is what we're talking about. In question here, notice his behavior. Okay, and one more time, I'm just saying, notice his behavior. He's not worried about the police. He's looking everywhere else. He's paranoid, right? Now this goes on for a while. I'm gonna speed it up for you guys because we should watch this later. So he's trying to get the guy in his truck. So he's trying to get him in the back seat so he can sit down and chill out. Apparently, at this point, he notices that he's not suffering from alcohol problems. No telling it's medication or whatever. But he unlocks the door to get him in the car. He gets the guy in the car. This is the mental health lady. She shows up. Okay, now when she shows up, I like this because the police asked for her to show up. She show up. She presents her credentials to the police officer while he's going to get statements. she's talking with this gentleman in the back seat who's obviously suffering from mental issues. All right. Now, yeah, this is me coming out of the store. And so I don't have to use fair use for this. Okay. So this is the officer who comes back over. He's talking with the mental health professional. They end up calling the Tukwila PD fire department. And that's the guys, in the forest and the guy here. So now they have fire department, mental health, and the police there. Another police officer, he pulls up. He's from SeaTac. Okay. Now they're questioning him. He's steady opening and closing the back door to the car. And you look at him. He's just looking everywhere, everywhere. He's not concerned about the police. He's worried. He's just paranoid. Okay, so let's speed it up a little here. I'm jumping a little ahead here. He's still okay. So this I want to show you that was kind of interesting too is when the ambulance finally pulls up. It kind of reminds me of a child who has a parent by the hand and he's running towards the 8 car, and he is getting in and he's helping himself. Everything. Check it out. Okay, this is an 8 car that pulls up. Helping. Now look at this. Sorry if the focus is jacked, but you see how he's running, holding their hands, pulling them towards him, and he's opening up the car to get in. The people in the ambulance haven't even got out the car yet, but he's opened the door. He's getting into the place ready to close it. Now here's the driver. He's finally making it around that way, right? Now he's peeking, talking to the driver. There's something's going on with this dude, right? I'm like, come on, man. All right, so let's speed it up here. Now, one thing I didn't cut out because I thought it was over. He jumps back out of the 8 car, runs to the police. Now, the police trying to get out of his car. He's helping him. But now look at him. He's about to jump in the car, and then they have to snatch him and get him in handcuffs. All right. So this is a lot of the mental health that's going on. They finally got the gurney back over to help get him situated. But if you look at this young man, he is very paranoid. He's not in the right state of mind right now. So again, I have to give credit to the Tukwila police officer for doing the right thing. He called in for a mental health professional, and she showed up and she verified that he's going to have to go and get some mental help. After him just really being all over the map, they strapped him down to the gurney, and they're going to go get him the help that's needed. And like I say, again, one more time, guys and girls, if you go and use a TriMed or an 8 car company, or you're going to another hospital because of emergency, make sure you get a hold of the VA within 48 hours and get the necessary paperwork to get those fees taken care of. You don't want a $1,200 or a $1,500 or $2,200 taxi cab ride from an ambulance. Okay, so I hate to call them taxi cabs, but they offer you a little bit more than that. But every time they offer you more than that, you pay for it. So, okay, so that's it with this. It's got us with that gentleman here, and I'm not going to let you guys stay out too long. But I do appreciate each and every one of you for coming out here, man. Bungie Pepper, I do adore you. You are wonderful. Thank you for always. I love your name too. It's just a beautiful name. But yeah, so I speeded it up a little bit for us, Pepper and Brian. I apologize, but I played it before. The lady here, let me pause this here. Okay, so if you look all the way to the extreme right, this lady is the mental health care professional. And then you have, like I say, Tukwila, which is the black card, SeaTac, which is the white card, police. SeaTac Airport, SeaTac Police, just same guys. All right, so now they're going to actually get him an ambulance and hopefully get him to the place where he can get help, which I'm sure they are. Now, if you look at him, he's still looking around like he's very paranoid. And if he has the option to break loose, I'm pretty sure he would break loose again. But I have to give him credit for something that started off really kind of weird. You don't get too many people ready to drive their car up into the grocery store. And so we're talking about right here. Drive it up into the grocery store, left tire, the front right tires on flat, bumpers tore up. This is a Range Rover too. And he jumps out and runs into the store and tells them they need to call the police. Somebody's going to attempt to kick him off the planet. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. This is a light topic tonight. And what I promise I'm going to start doing a video, and I'll be putting some videos up. And what I'll do is too, as well, is I'm still talking to a lot of people. We do a lot of things that are beautiful downtown Seattle. So I want to also put those up because if you are visiting, you have some spots, you can go. And if you visit, just hit me up and I'll check them out for you and tell you what's up, as long as it's not too far. I don't go past the mountains, okay? And Mount Rainier is the mountain, okay? All right, I love you guys. And again, I appreciate you guys coming up so late. I won't say so late. I appreciate you coming up. I'm sorry that I'm not on here at my normal time. And so that's CTAC, Tukwila, the fire department over here. And the lady here is the mental health professional. So now they got him finally into the A car and going to get him wheeled down the road. Yeah, it was just weird how all this started out. Man, I can tell. Man, hold up. Before I even shut this down, okay, then I got to show you this. Okay, I got to show you. This is just to let you know how often. Just last week, I'm looking out my window, guy breaks out a window of a person's car, snatched something out of it. The police were like right on top of him, but they ended up letting him go. Don't ask me, I don't know why. But okay, I'll show you this here. I guess got to show you this here so we can just get you guys on point with a little bit of. Everybody likes a little bit of the drama, but this is my little bit of drama for me. Let me see here. I mean, I don't ask for it, and I try to definitely stay away from it. But unfortunately, I'm always in the right place at the wrong time or in the wrong place at the right time. I don't know. It's just not cool. So I'll show you what I mean when I say that. Let me go and grab up this. And so I'll show you this other one. So this is the one where oh God, Lord, I was telling you where the person broke into this vehicle and the police like pretty much right there on him as soon as he got out of there. But let me see. I'll show you this here. Let me see if it pops up over here. All right, knock it off. All right, let's do it like this. All right, my bad. My computer's been like really lagging today. I don't know what to do. I restarted and everything. So I guess we're gonna do it like this. God bless it, man. Serious with this stuff. Come on, Bellis. Work with a brother. Be nice. Jeez Louise, man. Here we go. All right, let's drag it over here. I want you guys to see that. It's a little bit of sound is to that. I took the other one off. So here we go. Okay, so this is kind of like to let you guys know. Every time it's always something popping off. And this was happening when if I don't get this thing situated, I am so mad. Ah, oh, come on, okay, hold it. My bad. I'm gonna stop it here. I am missing you guys on my stream here, so I do apologize. And I probably kicked me out of that. Ain't this about an ass whooping? All right. Are you kidding me with this? What happened to my... I'm sorry, guys. I lost you. I think I got kicked out. Here we go. Let me see. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think I kicked myself out. Yep, I sure did. I sure the fuck did. All right, let me get back in here. This is just not nice. I'm telling you, I have this down packed. We shouldn't be streaming. It should be in. We should be in like Flynn. I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm in the studio. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, well, this comes with the struggle streaming. I don't know. It's my computer. I don't know what the heck is going on with this thing today. All right, I think I'm back. Let's. Here we go. What? Okay. Let me close this screen. I ain't totally screwed up right now. And all right. I just want to show you guys this one here. Let me remove that real quick. And I want to show you guys. I don't know why I am echoing. I have more than one channel. So this must mean it's probably time for me to shut it down. But let me show you this one real quick. And get out of here. And this is what I say. I'm always somewhere around some drama. But here we go. This is the second one. And if you notice, I'm over at my dude's visiting him. And what's this? Somebody broke into the car. Hmm. Hold up. I got it. Messed up. Bro. Let's get you back started. Okay. Here we go. Um, more bullcrap. Somebody broke into this car. Police showed up like right when he broke the window. So they took off up to this street here. And they are stuck with taking a report. So this is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. It's always something going down. And you know, I don't want to be in the mix, but that's just how it is. Uh, we had experienced a couple of fights that these young adults in high school. Let me see. Oh, I think I got one more to show you. Okay, that's the same one. All right, guys. I am echoing in here, and I know it's my fault. And I just want to say thank you, each and every one of you, for being here. Love you both. Love you all. And once again, this is it. For the Seattle Black Veteran. I am out of here. I wish you a wonderful evening. Take great care. All right, let's see if we can do this.